Very happy, and we are very thankful for this opportunity, and thank you also No Limit, and I will give my best at Wednesday.
You told me the other day people are saying that they want you to win this fight. What are they saying to you about your opponent, Michael Zerafa?
I don't know why. I met him in a supermarket. He was nice to me. I don't have reason for trash talk. Some people want to see trash talk. I can't. He does nothing to me. So why I have to do trash talk? You see the ring is sport, you know. You see the ring. If he's better, he should win. If I'm better, I will win. And yeah, that's not like war. That's a sport.
Okay, thank you, Bashir. Good to have you here. And that'll take us to Michael Zerafa, 32-5 as a pro with 20 stoppages. Michael, always good to see you. Seems a nice guy, Bashir, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, he's a gentleman. You know, him and his team got nothing but respect for them. You know, he's coming to take what I believe is rightfully mine. But like you said, made the best man win on the night. But I'm going there to make a statement. And like you said, I've been quiet leading into this
You've
fight.
been very quiet. Why have you been so quiet, Michael?
Yeah, look, you know, I've just been focusing more on the boxing and the training and getting the mind right. And you know, I feel 1,000 times better, and I feel super strong, physically, mentally, emotionally. And it will come Wednesday night.
What does this fight mean to you? Clearly, the co-main event on a big show like this, you've done your deal with No Limit. Where to from here, should you get past Bashir?
Look, you know, I'm not looking past anybody. Obviously, I take one fight at a time. But you know, if all goes well and I get through Bashir on Wednesday, you know, there's potential fights with, me and Tim. Glenn's here. We got unfinished business, and there's also Keith Thurman. You know, Tim doesn't want to fight me, and Tim doesn't want to fight Keith. So it makes more of a reason for me and Keith to fight if he gets through Brock Jarvis.
Is it not the situation that the main event fighter is meant to fight against Tim next? Is that not your understanding?
Well, Tim, I know Tim. Everyone thinks that everyone runs from Tim. Tim just got this thing in his head that he thinks that everyone runs from him, but I definitely haven't. Keith definitely hasn't. Charlo definitely didn't. All these fighters didn't run from him. You know, we're talking about absolute killers overseas, and in Keith as well. You know, and Tim believes that everyone runs from him. So if I'm here, I'm ready to fight for him. And if Keith wants to fight, doesn't want to fight both of us, well then me and Keith can get it on.
There you go. So, what about the main event? Who do you think does win this fight between Keith Thurman and the man alongside you, Brock Jarvis?
Look, you know, even though Brock had a little bit of stuff to say to me on social media, it is what it is. But you know, credit to him for stepping up and fighting a guy like Keith. Keith, I'm a big fan of Keith. You know, he's an animal. You know, look at his resume, and if you look at resumes, you'd back Keith 99% of the time. But you know, youth, he's hungry. You know, he's coming up and fighting with the big boys in a bigger division. But it's a good fight. It can go either way. You know, does the gatekeeper keep holding on and protecting what's rightfully his, or does the youth, the young up and comer, come up and steal the show? It's a tough one, but I'm just excited to be a part of the show and yeah, like I said, go out there and do what I've got to do against my opponent, and yeah, get the win.
Bit of chaos last time we had you in Sydney, of course. What happens this time around with Team Zerafa in Sydney in a fight?
Yeah, look, you know, what happened last time shouldn't have happened. You know, I love my brother and respect to my brother. He just did what any brother would have done, and unfortunately, it should not have happened. You know, I'm just glad that no one got obviously injured or hurt, and you know, shout out to obviously Tommy Brown and Mercury for that. You know, it was bad on my behalf, and I take ownership in that. But yeah, like I said, we put it behind us. We move forward. Obviously, hopefully that never happens ever again. It doesn't look good for the sport. It doesn't look good for myself. But like I said, my brother just had my back as anyone else's brother would do. And like I said, if it was reversed, they would have done the exact same thing. So it is what it is. Like I said, I put it behind me. I'm just ready to go out there, put on a show. I've trained, I've done all the hard yard. I had Benito Denier down in my corner, pushing me to the absolute limits. I've had great sparring. I'm super ready, man. Like I said, the best of Zerafa is yet to come. And I think you're going to see it Wednesday. The patience, the mindset, the maturity, everything's ready to come.
Fantastic. That is former world title challenger Michael Zerafa, who'll be part of this co-main